Autistic burnout is the absolute worst. It is so tough. And I'm currently experiencing it right now, like in real time, as we speak. It is awful because, you can't work, you can't do anything, you don't really feel this oomph, you don't feel, it's almost as if you're not operating at your full capacity. You're only operating at 30% instead of like 100. But the crazy part about it is that you can still do things. You can still do tasks. There's just this inner resistance, this pain, this like it's like this dull ache inside of you. And what makes it even worse is that instead of giving yourself the compassion, instead of like resting and actually, relaxing and understanding that you're burnt out, if you're anything like me, you tend to push yourself even harder. And then you get frustrated and you beat yourself up because you're feeling burnt out. You beat yourself up and you literally just put yourself down because you can't push. And then you start feeling behind in life. You start feeling feelings of anxiety, and it's just bad. It's just literally terrible. And this is something I've been going through, for quite a while. And I really wouldn't wish this on anybody at all. So I am literally 28 years old and I feel very behind in life. I feel so behind. And I'm going to get to this in a second while I'm telling you this. I'm going somewhere with this. Just watch this. I feel so behind in life. And right now, I feel like I'm supposed to be like way ahead. I'm supposed to be making $1 million a year. I'm supposed to be living in a big fancy mansion, driving a really fancy car. But where am I right now? I'm an Instacart shopper, DoorDash driver. I do gig apps and stuff. And I'm not where I want to be in life at all. I'm single. I'm not married, right? I don't have any kids. I'm just living life. And I think that this expectation that you're supposed to be further ahead in life, and this is like, society puts this expectation on you, right? It's not all your fault, but this expectation is part of what drives burnout. I think it's part of it because you look at yourself and you're not exactly where you want to be, or you're not where you think you should be in life. And because of that, you start to push yourself even harder. You go really hard, and whole time the stuff that you're doing is like you just do anything to get forward and do anything to become successful. So you're pushing yourself hard, and the things that you're doing, it's not even for you, really. Because let's just be honest. If you're on the spectrum, if you're autistic, you can't do everything in the same way as everyone else. It's just the truth. You can't try to go and do certain things and blend in and fit in with people. You kind of have to go your own way. And there's probably been lots of times where you've had some type of intuition, you've had some type of calling, and that's the way you need to go. That's your path. God's trying to send you down this path. And it's not that you lack faith, but it's that you've kind of been conditioned to second guess your intuition, second guess your like natural like voice inside of you. When that voice tells you to do something that you really want to do, you think it's, going to get you somewhere and you're passionate, you might second guess yourself. You might ask questions. You might ask your family, or you'll ask friends what they think, or you'll ask ChatGPT, and what they do is they literally just ground you and try to keep it practical. So then you end up following some path like a 9-to-5 job, or some corporate, trying to build, go up some corporate ladder or whatever, that really isn't for you. And that is for you, then, that's different. But most of the time, we try to do things that we aren't meant to do, just to be, just to impress everybody or make everybody think that we have it all together, or we want to be respected. But the things that we're doing is draining us. And we have this expectation on where we should be or what we should be doing in the future, rather than just living in the present moment. And I think that's the big thing with me. I haven't been living in the present moment. Honestly, I've just been all over the place. That's all I've been thinking about is the future. What can I do to become successful? What can I do to make something out of my life? And that's not a bad thing, having a lot of ambition and really wanting to become successful. That is not a bad thing. But the thing you got to realize is that you have to live in the moment. You got to live in the present moment. If I've learned anything about life, it's that life rewards you when you are present, when you are just living in the now and not stressing about where you should be or where you're at. And I feel like the more, because that makes you rush. That makes you start rushing, and then you start making like bad decisions, things that you probably shouldn't even be doing. And then it's like the more you rush and the more you expect certain things, the longer it takes you to get where you're actually supposed to go. You got to understand that the place where you are in life, this is exactly where you're supposed to be right now. You're still in the place that you are in life because you need to learn some type of lesson. And you're trying to push against, like you're trying to go against the grain, go against your wiring and do something different. And that is what's causing this autistic burnout. Not to mention, social obligations and stuff like that, and, just all types of things. See, this isn't a conventional autistic burnout video. This is like, I'm telling you what is really going on, really. And you have these expectations and stuff like that. And I think that's really what causes it. So how do you fix autistic burnout? How do you recover from it? Now, I'm going to be 100% completely honest. I don't have no clue at all how to recover from autistic burnout because I'm currently going through it. But I'm going to tell you what's helped me in the past to sort of overcome or feel a little bit better, to get a little bit of that energy back in life. And I found that the one thing that helps me a lot is alone time and nature. So what I like to do is I like to go to the lake. Sometimes I'll drive up to the lake near the mountains or whatever, and I'll just sit there with my headphones on and just relax, just sit there and just exist. And that's it. That's literally it. That's literally all I do. I just sit there and exist. I think the way to beat autistic burnout is to just sit there, take some time out of your day, just be alone. Just be by yourself and just sit there and allow yourself to exist. No pressure to perform or go socialize with people or, do self-improvement habits or, become the best version of yourself. All that stuff can go to hell for this moment. All you need to do right now is go somewhere, and preferably nature or in your house, put your headphones on and just give yourself permission to exist. That's literally it. I think that if you do this, if you literally do that, you will solve 50% of your autistic burnout. That will lift up a lot of the stress. I tend to find that when I go, out to the lake, out in nature, and just relax, just allow myself to be in the moment, be present, just exist. Because I take a long drive there and it's really relaxing and it's nice. Once I leave, I'm driving back, I'm finding that I'm starting to feel happy again. I'm starting to feel positive emotion again. I'm starting to feel excited. I'm starting to feel this joy. And I was like, wow, so this is all I had to do to literally feel myself again, Next thing I know, all my ambition is starting to come back. All that drive and all the like at first I was feeling depressed. It's like I, just didn't have much energy or whatever. And it felt like a drag to do everything. And then everything just suddenly comes back. That's literally what happens to me every time I'll go out to the lake, every time I'll, just take some time out of my day to just kind of relax and just exist in the world. I think that is very, very, very important, because in this generation really emphasizes like productivity, which is really just hustle culture wrapped in a productivity blanket, and call it discipline or whatever. A lot of people, they just want to be busy all day, just doing something, always got to do something productive. But what if I told you that life could just be a lot simpler than that? You don't even have to do all these things. Yeah, I do say meditation is great, prayer is wonderful, and reading and journaling and stuff like that is, great. And you should, starting a business and blah, 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 all this stuff, going to the gym is great. But I think the single best thing you can do with your human existence is just exist. Allow yourself to be, allow yourself to just be present in the moment and not expect anything of yourself, and not expect yourself to do things. I think that is really what causes autistic burnout, is expecting yourself to do certain things that just aren't for you. It's not compatible with your brain's wiring. And that is basically called masking. Because masking isn't just like being in public and talking to people or having a job and having to act a certain way. It's forcing yourself to think or be like other people or do other things instead of just being you. I think that is the biggest, if I had to say anything could contribute to autistic burnout, is that. Trying to force a life or force an outcome, and you get this stress and anxiety gets built up, and you just get frustrated and stressed out. That's the biggest thing. So what I say, go out, just relax, just calm down for a little while, go eat your favorite food, go do something you enjoy. Just enjoy your life. A lot of people are trying to wait until they are successful or they have a certain thing until they can be happy, until they can enjoy life, until they can experience pleasure. And this is something I've been doing to myself. Something I'll do is I'll be in the back of my head, I feel like, oh, well, I don't really deserve to eat. I don't really deserve to be happy. But honestly, I feel like every human deserves to eat, because eating and being happy and stuff like that, that's literally a basic human need. Don't be fooled by the red pill and all these hustle culture, productivity, self-help guru guys telling you that, oh, happiness doesn't matter as a man. As a man, you're not meant to be happy. You're just meant to work and not have feelings and not care about anything. That is bogus. That's BS. Don't listen to that. That's going to make you miserable. That's going to make you hate life. Every human, I used to fall for that crap, honestly. I used to fall for it, thinking it. But as a man, a man's happiness is very important. A man's happiness is important too. Don't get me wrong. It really is. So don't listen to that crap you hear. That is what's going to lead to burnout. And the crazy part about it, because I used to be really depressed, and I used to before this, now I'm living a more healthy life and everything. I started consuming self-improvement content, and that actually helped me, when I was depressed and in a state of, I was terrible, I was awful. I was really skinny, and I've really made a transformation. I've changed my life a lot over the past 4 years. But one thing I'll say is this self-improvement stuff has really, it's created this expectation of myself to perform in a certain way, to be a certain way. And it's basically just led to masking. And when you don't understand who you are, when you just don't know who you are, I think it's because you know, if you're anything like me, you consume a lot of self-improvement content. You really care about becoming successful. You have all these identities pulling you this way, pulling you that way, all these people in your ear talking, telling you what you need to be doing. And the only one that you need to be listening to is God. God is the only one who can tell you which way to move, like how to go forward, where to go. And you just have to literally follow his path, and he will set you free from all this bondage of self-improvement. And we literally be creating our own prisons, honestly, to be real. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I feel like if you just do that, if you just try to live life in that way, you know what I'm saying, it'll help with a lot. It'll help a lot, honestly. So yeah, my name is Raheem. We're purpose driven over here. If you want to see more content like this, if this video helped you out, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get a lot of subscribers, trying to get this video out there, you know what I'm saying, to all the people so they can, you know what I mean, hear it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Never give up. Your younger self's rooting for you. Peace.